Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. This is episode 188. I am your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, Noelle Herzog.
Hi, hello.
Hello. You have a really nice shirt on today.
You have a really nice shirt on today.
No.
I think we might have matching shirts on. My lighting is just different than yours.
Your lighting is different. We're gonna get you some studio time.
Okay, I'm pretty light. I think I lowered it because I looked.
No, I don't think it's that.
Out the other day.
I don't think it's that. I think it's just that you have sunlight going too. So it's
lots.
I don't have any sunlight. Also, side note: has it been thundering by you, or is it like? Is that just in my head?
I have to tell you, I have my air conditioner on 24/7, so I don't know.
So there's no way to know. Okay, just checking. Well, if you guys want to hear more about our thunder. Go to Patreon. Go to patreon.com/trash talk podcast for over, I would say there's well into 300 bonus episodes.
Yes.
Between BS, 90 Day Fiance, The Single Life, Self Quarantine, Trash Talk. Like there's so many things. We're going to be starting Single Life over there. We also do Unexpected Trash Talk. So just go over there, patreon.com/trash talk podcast. You're going to love it. You're going to love the way you look. I guarantee it.
Also, I know that you guys hear us talk about like, oh, join Patreon because we do a podcast called BS. BS is like just Tracey and I BSing about everything.
For like
if you're curious
an hour.
What it is, right? We talk about like stuff from like, fun nostalgic stuff from growing up. Like we were on a search for shampoos last week.
Still am.
So if you're wondering what BS is, that's what it is. It's not about any of the shows. Yeah,
it's not. It's just a fun time. It's just a fun time.
It is. Just a happy dog.
That's what it is. So we're here to talk about Happily Ever After season 7, episode 1. Every single person I spoke to, including my mother, including you, including friends, different family members, everyone is so excited that Happily Ever After is back, season 7, because no one liked last season.
So last season dragged terrible.
Yeah.
And the returning couples are pretty much couples that I like, with the exception of Angela and Michael. Like,
no. I'm excited about that.
No, I get that, but like I love watching Kim and Usman. Like I love watching Andre. Like there are some people like this is so fun. It's so many people that I love watching where it's like what a refreshing time after last season.
It's like a mango sorbet.
Or a pink berry original.
It's like a palate cleanser.
We had a mango soda the other day, but that's for BS.
Yeah. Well, if you want to hear about the mango soda, you know where to go. Patreon.com/trash talk podcast. And it's right down there in the show notes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start.
Right. Jenny and Sumit.
Oh, I didn't think this was going to be good. It was pretty good.
Of course it was good. I love watching them. I just do.
Jenny is 63 and Sumit is 33.
She roller skates like me. I can't roller skate.
Okay, she definitely roller skates like you. The outfit was unlike you.
Very unlike me.
Okay, she was wearing like LuLaRoe leggings. A black mini skirt.
That's what I didn't understand. She's being a roller girl, I guess.
And then like a colorful sweater. She was just like, whatever is colorful in my closet, I'm gonna put it on right now.
She dressed like my mom.
She did.
She did.
She dressed like Mrs. Frizzle.
Yeah. No, that is.
Oh, wait, she's not married. Miss Frizzle's single, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. Miss Frizzle. She did dress like Miss Frizzle. She actually dressed like any young child teacher.
Yeah. Or any young child.
Or any young child. That's true.
It looks, you know what it looked like when she came out? It's like, well, we let her pick out her own outfit today.
She did. I was expecting her to have like pigtails. Maybe she did have pigtails.
She
I don't even know.
Did.
Yeah.
Well, they've been married for 2 months and he is enjoying married life. And then he goes, I don't know for how long. I love, it's just like a fun joke when men joke about how miserable they are with their women.
Matt does it all the time too. I know.
What is it?
He's like, we've been married 4 years. I've never been so happy. And I'm like, so you have to grit your teeth. Like, it's so funny because
but what? How is this?
You're the little
joke?
Spoon every night, friend.
Wow, you heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
I just think that's like the old ball and chain.
It is. It's so
such
silly.
An antiquated joke.
It's
Get
like
over yourselves.
Like, what are we on the honeymooners?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
So his parents do not know that they're married. I didn't remember that. I thought that they told them.
No, because I remember he like cowered it out at the
Yes,
tell-all.
I know.
Mhm.
Well, they moved to a new apartment on the other side of the city temporarily, and they're afraid his parents are going to find out through the grapevine.
I'm so curious. Like, so they're paying rent now on two
I
apartments?
think they have the money.
I get because they have a car now too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so now they go to a restaurant and they're going to
Yeah.
sit and talk, and they have salty lemon water.
And I'm like, Tracey would drink this in a heartbeat.
I want this. How do you make, is there a recipe for
It's like
that?
a banana bag. It's like, remember when you drank that banana
Yes.
bag? That's what it's like.
I
Yeah.
love a good banana bag.
There's definitely like a recipe for this. One of our listeners has to know.
Okay,
what
well, if
exactly
you
this
do know,
is.
I want to know
Yeah.
exactly what this is. I want
too.
salty lemon water.
And I want
I
a Coca-Cola like Jenny does.
We are Jenny and Sumi.
We are.
She's like, can I have a Coke? This is gross.
Yeah, I don't want salty water.
I want salty lemon water from a copper goblet.
I know. I dig the goblets.
I really
was
liked
cool.
it. So if you guys have the recipe, go to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk on Facebook. It's a group. Go join it and tell us the recipe for your salty Indian lemon water.
I'm so curious as to what it is.
Is it just a little
A little
flake?
boop, a little
So he invited his parents to their old house tomorrow, and Jenny makes the most awful face. It made me laugh so hard.
Oh, what is it's like?
She was
Show
like-
me. She wishes that he would just never talk to his parents again. So do I, though. Yeah.
I get it. Like, there are some families where you're like, no, that's not right. But in this case, it's like, okay.
It really amazes me. Like, he's still like all the way brainwashed, like by his
Yes,
parents.
he is.
Yeah.
So he's preparing a plentiful cornucopia of fruit, and he's
Mhm.
cutting the watermelon like a jerk.
Really? Why?
Like in one hand, he's cutting it like it's a pear. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I guess I don't cut enough fruit.
So she said, you definitely don't cut enough
I
fruit.
don't.
I'm more of the fruit cutter than you are.
I'm a vegetable cutter.
Yeah. My dad was the fruit cutter in my house, and now I've taken on that role.
So was mine.
Your dad was a fruit cutter. Yeah.
My dad ate fruit with every meal. It was
Yeah.
very weird.
My dad was a fruit guy. So she's very scared that his parents are going to be mean, but he thinks everything's going to be okay. Dot.
He's wrong.
Okay. So also, did you notice they had Fresh Direct bags on the countertop?
No.
Yeah, there were Fresh
I
Direct
did
bags.
notice though that this apartment looks a little nicer than that house. Like as in
Right.
the walls are still dirty and stuff, but like
It's more modern.
right, like they had a nice dining room set.
Yeah, it was
The
like a regular
kitchen wasn't
place.
so cluttered. Yeah.
Okay. So now she is cleaning the old house. They go to the old house and they're cleaning. Did they have squatters living there while they were in the apartment?
So I was gonna ask you that. Like, did they not clean before they left it?
Okay.
They didn't clean before they left it.
My house right now is not clean.
Uh-huh.
I've been cleaning out my closets. I'm like throwing things around. I'm like
Yeah.
trying to reorganize. And my house is like if you walk
No,
to my
your
house
house
right
is
now,
messy. It's not dirty.
right? You'd be alarmed though if you walked
Uh-huh.
into my house right now. It is still not nearly as alarming as this home. Do you think they just got another apartment because they didn't want to clean this one?
Yes.
I think that's what they did. I think they like threw out the baby because they didn't want to change the diaper.
But why didn't they just get rid of this apartment? That's what I
Because
don't
they can't. Because they
understand.
can't clean it.
Yeah, I guess so. But like, okay, you have that money now. Hire someone.
Lose the security. I don't know. This is so
Yeah,
bad.
it's
There's also
gross.
she's sweeping up yuck. Like what happened? Were you just
It's
like?
so gross.
Did you have goats in the house?
No, I don't know. I don't think Jenny keeps a very tidy home.
Okay, I understand that, but like this is beyond not tidy.
I just think I don't know. I think that living there is just maybe different than here. I think that there's like a lot more like flies around, bugs around.
Sure. Then I
Yeah.
wouldn't keep. Then I would be even more worried
would
about
I.
keeping anything.
Yeah.
around. Jenny is from here.
Mhm. That's true. She's from Palm Springs. Like nicey
Come
nice.
on. What
Yeah.
are we doing here? So now you see a bug on the floor. I think it was like a rando though. I don't think it was like
Yeah.
an infestation.
No, not at all.
Also, his brother and his wife are coming. And
God, his brother's such a dick too. Why
His
are you
bro-
doing this?
I don't know, but Jenny and Sumi are cleaning and they both said they feel like they have fever. Are they just saying they're hot?
They're saying they're hot.
okay.
I
can
think
they
they're
just say
hot
that?
and anxious.
Okay, could they
But
just
they're
say
making
that?
me hot and anxious.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. Because I'm like, great, they have COVID again. Great.
That was my first thought too. I'm like,
like,
who's gonna vomit now?
right? I'm like, where's their
Mhm.
COVID card around their neck?
Remember, she was having loose motion and then she got sick in the middle of the night. I'm having start having loose motion.
I know. And then they had their COVID cards around their neck on a
Yep.
lanyard.
Uh-huh.
Go put your COVID card on. So she thinks that his family is going to take Sumi away from her.
Okay. I think she has a little PTSD of that time when they came and dragged him out and they were
Yes.
screaming in her face.
Yes. I
Where you
think
remember
so.
she had to like call the producers, like, come save me.
Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
that's so scary.
So now his father and mother, his brother and his wife come, and both of the men have masks on, but the women don't.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Okay.
Yeah. Jenny is very sweaty and she makes some chai and she
Mhm.
serves it to them. And she's like, sorry, I'm sweaty. I've been making, and his mother goes, oh, sweaty just from making chai. And then they all make fun of her about how she answers the question, about how she says that she's okay. They were like, how are you? She's like, I'm good. And then his mother, right, says, quote,
Mhm.
look at how fat her arms
Yeah,
are.
his mother did
Okay.
that.
But if you slow down the scene, you can't tell if it's his mother saying it or the sister-in-law.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it would. I assumed it was his mother because, like, let's be
'Cause then the
honest, she
sister-
is nasty.
Right. And then the sister-in-law started laughing.
She giggled the whole time. Every mean thing that was said about Jenny, she giggled. And if that were me, I'm sorry, I would be like, leave her alone.
I would too.
She's been through
I'd be like,
enough.
don't do
Leave
this.
her alone.
So we're not doing this here.
We're going to talk about this woman's arms. What are you doing?
Also, those are fat arms.
Okay, that's fat arms.
Her arms
No,
weren't
it's
even.
not.
Her arms weren't even exposed.
They weren't out. Right.
So his dad is like, well, I'm going to be retiring in January. She's like, oh, that's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
His dad wants to be regular.
Oh, his mom is the problem.
His mom is leading this retaliation or whatever. So
she is Satan, his mother.
Yeah. So Jenny brings up the nice conversation that they had, and his
Mhm.
mother's like, that never happened. I never said that. And then she said, we never had that conversation. She said, show me the proof. And she said, you will never get married.
She said, I wouldn't have said that on my deathbed.
Right. So when he tells her they got married, she said that she never wants to see him again. And she's crying and screaming.
Honestly, his life would be so much better without a relationship with her.
That's what I mean. So it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, I understand. Like, there's other couples that like the significant other wishes they wouldn't talk to their family. They're all not that serious.
Listen.
This is like no good.
Men are more attached to their parents than women are. They just
For
are.
sure. But like at the
Uh-huh.
same time,
But it's also like, hello, how do you not see that this is terrible?
it's very,
Yeah.
very, very terrible. But you know what's not terrible?
What?
My Rothies.
Tracy, I am obsessed with my Rothies.
Okay. That's what I was going to say. I am also obsessed with my Rothies. The other day we went out.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Costco. We went to Whole Foods. We went to Target. We went
Roosevelt Field.
We went
The
to
mall?
Roosevelt Field Mall.
Yeah.
Okay. And we walked like 16,000 steps.
Yes.
I was wearing my Rothies.
Not only were you wearing your Rothies, but you were comfortable.
I was so comfortable. Rothy's could be your new everyday shoe obsession. Rothy shoes gives you the right out of the box comfort, coming in amazing styles and colorways, and you can wash them.
Well, that's the best part about them. I wore my Rothy's yesterday. I went like to Stop and Shop. I went to all these stores. I wore my Rothy's. So many people too. I saw them like looking at my shoes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So many people have
It's true.
commented on my
I
shoes.
have asked you about them, right?
They really
Me too.
have.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm like, well, I have a story to tell you.
And I'm like, they're washable. They're washable.
Transitioning from summer to fall is easy with Rothy shoes. They have so many colors you can wear from season to season without going out of style. It's easy to see why millions of women wear Rothy shoes every single day. So we've been wearing the sneakers. They're so insanely comfortable. You can wash the whole shoe, or I've been just washing the insoles.
You know, I have to say, my feet sweat, and I've
Yeah.
noticed in Rothy's, they don't.
No, and it doesn't like get like soggy.
Musty.
Yes.
Yes.
The best part is everything Rothy's makes is better for the planet. They've been repurposing millions of single-use plastic bottles into their signature thread that goes into every single one of their products.
Love. Love.
Love, love, love. Step up your shoes and accessories this summer and get ready to be asked, are those Rothy's? Plus, get $20 off your first purchase at rothys.com/fiance. That's Rothy's, ROTHYS.com/fiance. And as always, it's going to be right there. in
I
the
wore
show
my
notes.
leopard ones yesterday.
I wore mine too. All right. You ready for Shida and Bilal?
So obviously they added Bilal and Shida last minute. It's funny because it's like, when did they have time to film this? Because we only just found out they were going to be on like a week ago, and they weren't in the original trailer.
Okay, but they definitely filmed it a long time ago. They were playing in the snow. It's August.
Or I think maybe they filmed it and they weren't sure if they were going to use them or
Right.
not, because they were not in the trailer originally.
Well, it's a
I'm
nice
glad
little
that they're
surprise.
here. I like watching them.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really fun. So they're making snow angels, and he's talking about how playful she is, and that
I
is
love
not
that he's
true.
like, do Charlie Brown. Because, oh my God, that made me laugh.
But that is not true.
Yeah, she doesn't like to do anything. She doesn't like games.
She just like games,
yeah. She doesn't
So
like
they've-
any games, any outdoor activity.
right? So they've been married for 7 weeks, and she's also eating the snow.
Okay. So she was eating the snow, and I'm like, Tracy's going to have a big problem with this.
I have a giant problem with this.
She's never eaten snow before.
It's probably why she's alive.
No, you've never eaten snow in your life?
Yeah, when I
Listen,
was a
I'm
child,
crazy, but I've
before the
eaten
rain was
snow.
made of acid,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's why I am the way I am.
I read something.
I give it a little lick.
Oh my God. I read something a few weeks ago saying that like all of the rainwater in America is like so polluted that we can't,
Yeah.
like you shouldn't even let it touch your skin.
Oh, good.
I don't think
Okay,
that I
good.
added that part.
I was gonna say we go to Costco and it's raining all the time.
I know.
Is
So
that why
she-
I had hives today?
Probably. It's the rainwater burning your skin off. So she said that she thought he had a really small head. That was her first. So I guess the producers was like, they asked the question like, what was the first thing you noticed about
Right.
the other
Uh-huh.
person? And she said that she thought he had a small head.
Okay.
Okay, good idea. So
Yeah, great. Okay, great.
they asked her what she really likes about being married, and she said she likes not being lonely and not having to spend her own money.
Yeah, it seems great.
These are maybe the answers you don't give, even if it's true.
You wonder why the guy wanted you to sign a prenup, right?
So she said that she won't eat beef in America because it's raw. Just cook it more.
Okay, so everywhere else, beef comes out cooked. So you just cut up the cow and it's cooked. It's well done.
Well, you do have to wash beef like it's your butthole.
Oh, that's right. Right. Chicken is the
Chicken,
vagina.
yeah.
Beef is the butthole.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
good
it's
to know. Thank you. Thank you for clearing that up.
a beef butthole.
Okay. Yum.
Cooked, overly well done beef butthole. Chewy.
It just sounds so gross. But yeah, it's like listen, I don't want to shame anybody, but you don't need to eat leather. You don't need to.
Okay, but you know what?
What?
You're showing us who you are. It's fine.
You are showing me who you are. That was
I'm
my
just
first
saying.
thought. I'm like, I was right about you.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So she wants it well done, and she also orders unsweetened tea, and she does not think it's good. I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
It is not good.
I don't like unsweetened tea.
Everyone who orders unsweetened tea puts a packet of sugar in it.
Right. So what's the point? Well, some people put like a sweet and low in it.
Right.
Some people put poison in it.
Yeah, it's like yuck with poison.
Yes. I don't like unsweetened tea. But when I worked at Applebee's, I would have a lemonade at
Okay,
like a quarter
Noelle.
lemonade, full unsweetened tea. Yep.
Arnold Palmer is the way to
Yes.
go.
But it has to be with unsweetened tea because it's
Yes.
too sweet the other way. Yes.
Panera Bread.
We are very much alike. You and
We
I.
are.
Mhm.
Panera Bread, you get an unsweetened iced tea and you put a blop of lemonade in it to sweeten it. That's it.
I've never had that at Panera, but I used to do it at Applebee's all the time.
Yeah, of course. But Panera
Ah.
has real tea.
So did Applebee's. The unsweetened tea was real.
Oh, that's
we
right.
used to
Yeah.
brew it.
You're
Yeah.
right. I know. I was there.
Oh yeah, I know. I was gonna say you used to brew it in the morning. That was like one of your favorite jobs.
I like cutting the lemons. Be quiet.
Uh-huh.
So now she wants to have a sip of his drink, and he goes, "Nah, son." That was so funny.
Yeah, I like it. Because no, you're not drinking my drink.
Right, but also he has like maybe like
A teddy bear sweater.
oh no. I'm talking about
Oh.
his drink. It was probably like a mimosa or something. Like
So it's definitely
vodka
not
and-
straight orange juice. It's
No.
something with the OJ.
maybe a screwdriver.
Yeah, because it's in like a
It was in a big-
highball
yeah.
glass. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, I
Yeah.
don't think, and I didn't see any bubbles. And he doesn't want to share his drink, and he thinks it's gross that she like slobbered on his straw. I think it's gross too.
Don't get married.
And he said that she has infatuation with the human tongue.
Okay, but I always tell you this. Why
You
don't
do
people
too.
brush their tongues?
Yes.
It flips me out. She's like, I don't want a cheesy tongue. And it's like every picture I see with a person with their tongue out, I see that you don't brush your tongue.
Oh my God. Stop. I'm going to
I
vomit.
can't.
Stop.
I
Okay,
could die.
Next. Okay. Next subject. He wants her to let go what happened with his ex. And I got to tell you, I agree with him
So do I.
because it's like, who cares? I married you, right?
But that's the thing. You guys are married. You already did
You're
the
fighting
prenup. What
You're
does it
fighting over
matter?
nothing. Who cares? Just say, okay, you're right. I'm going to do a prenup now.
And then she's like, she always has a problem. She just does.
Well, she's like, there's a saying, men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
It's a book, asshole. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you. That's
It's a
exactly
book.
what I was just going to say. It's not a saying. There's a saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's called
The
Animal
Bible.
Farm.
Right. It's like, wait,
There's a saying. It's called Scar Tissue.
yes. Good book, by the way.
Very good book. So he mixes up Shida and Shahida's names, and she gets. It's like, shut up.
Okay, but also they're very similar names.
They're very, very similar. So Shida's still upset about the ex-wife, and she says she came into my kitchen. I can't believe she did that in my own home. Stop.
It was her home first, honey.
Stop.
No, but also like, who cares?
Who cares?
If I was her, I would bite the bullet and I would try to be friends with her. I'd
Me
be like,
too.
you know what?
You know what I would say
Let's
to her?
let bygones be bygones. I'm sorry.
I would say to her, I'm sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable.
Me too. You know what? I want us to all be friends. Why
Yeah,
do
I'm
this?
sorry
Why
if
do
I
you
made
have
you
to
feel
confront
uncomfortable.
her like
you know what?
in a bad
This
way?
woman's like all the way mean, his ex-wife.
I think that she'll match Shida's energy though. I really do.
Sure, but she's so mean that like it doesn't matter. Who cares? I'm just gonna block you out of my head anyway.
I tell you that all the time. I
Yeah.
just yes people to death. Okay. Great. Okay.
My biggest strength in life is yesing people to death.
Me too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of yesing people to death, let's talk about Kim and Usman.
God, I love watching them so much. I just want to say one thing though. Kim had her hair half up in this episode, and she was on Instagram talking about she was on a live. I watched it, and she's like, I can't believe I wore my hair half up. I only did it a little bit, like once in this episode, because I know how stupid it looks. And she was saying like she was so mad that she wore it half up, and she's like trying not to do that anymore.
That's so funny.
And it made me laugh.
That's very funny because that's something that I would obsess about.
Yeah, it was great. And I was like, you know what? You're so relatable.
I'd be like, great. Now all of America hates me.
Uh-huh. It was so good. Yeah.
So she's getting her teeth whitened. And I love, this is a typical dentist situation. As soon as there's something in your mouth, they're like, so what have you been up to lately?
I love when they like numb you and they're like, so how's the job going? Why do you
She's
do
like, yeah,
that?
I can't talk to you.
Yeah.
So she said that she was married for 20 years and it was really bad. I don't remember if I remembered that.
Well, she said that he used to cheat on her all the time.
Right.
I think that's as far as she went.
Okay. So first she was Usman's fan.
Right.
Then she was a super fan.
Right.
Then she was a friend. And then she was a potential girlfriend. What a roller coaster.
What a dream.
Wow. So she meets up with her two friends that are very regular.
Yes.
And she said that she got her teeth whitened because he told her that she has yellow teeth.
Good for you. You know what? Good for you. If my man told me I had yellow teeth, I'd get my teeth whitened too. You would too.
Yeah.
You know, I think we all would. No, scratch that. You would be the one telling the man that his teeth were yellow.
Mm-hmm.
You would be like, oh, I'm going to go get a cleaning. Do you want to go get one too? I'm going to make an appointment for you right after me.
What do you want to do Tuesdays? You want me to pick you up for the dentist?
Yep. Oh, you don't have insurance? Let me call Medicaid for you.
Yeah, you're so funny, Noelle. Waka, waka,
I've
waka.
just seen this. But it's true though. It's so true. Like you'll be like, well, it's time to get your pap smear. The doctor called me. I made you an appointment.
Well, here's the thing. I am smart.
Mm-hmm.
And I put my phone number on your forms.
Oh, I know.
Because I know that you're not going to call back. I know that you're not going to pick up.
For that I will though. I'm into genitalia health.
Well, let's take care of all of the orifices now. Or else you're going to have a done beef butthole.
I don't want a well done beef butthole. I need it to be medium.
Oh God. Sorry, guys. If you guys are listening to us on audio, go over to YouTube and make sure
Look
you
at our
subscribe to our
shirts.
YouTube and look at our shirts. And then if you're looking at us on YouTube and you've had enough, just subscribe to us on audio.
Yeah, you're right.
I get it.
Sometimes it's too much.
So she's going to go back to Nigeria, right? In a few
Right.
days, and she's going to meet his family and she's going to propose to him.
You know, they made it though. Like she just got home. They're like, we haven't seen you since you've been back. And she's like, well, I'm leaving again in a couple of days. It's
Okay,
like,
wow.
really?
She said, they were like, oh, what about having children or whatever? And she said, quote, we would have a second wife. And she said, quote, women there, they were brought up to do this.
Yeah.
To breed.
That's what she alludes to. Yes.
Okay. But this is what I got from this conversation. This
What?
is very interesting. She wants to bring him here on a K-1 visa.
Yeah.
She wants him to get a woman in Africa pregnant and leave them there.
Yeah.
And not.
Is that a bad deal?
Okay. No, not at all. But I don't think that that's what he has in mind for having children.
I don't think so either. But I think that I wish that Angela would just accept that with Michael. Because I think because he just wants kids and it would have been fine too. Yeah.
Well, she said, I'm entitled to live my life too, because she's mad that her friends are questioning this lifestyle choice that she's choosing.
Yeah, but she gets like mad.
She said that her friends are judgmental and she's like, I don't interrogate them. Why do I have to explain myself? She tells them that they're 100% committed to each other. They're like, well, how do you know? And she goes, I just know. And she storms off like kind of like I'm done.
Right. But also like, okay, then don't tell them. Don't tell them.
But also
things.
you're on a television show.
No, I know.
You have them there to talk about your relationship and you're mad that they're asking you about your relationship. Also, Noelle.
Yeah.
If you wanted Matt to have a second wife, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Who cares?
But I might be like, oh, is that what you want? How would that work?
Right. And you would want to make sure that's what your friend wants, not
is that
what
you
her
want?
man wants.
Okay, cool. If that's what you want, that's fine.
Yeah, sure. Listen, that's not really such a bad deal.
Again, it's like, I'm not saying it is.
Right.
But I could ask you about it. You came here to tell me that you're going to propose to him. Number one.
She's very defensive.
Right. But like, stop. It's because you're insecure in your relationship. And that's
right.
why
But
you're
she
like
says
this.
she's 100% confident now.
Yeah. No, I know. It seems like it. The
I know.
yelling and the running was your first indication.
Yes.
That was good.
I love that her friends laugh and they're like, she's so stupid.
Because it's like, we didn't do anything wrong. Stop.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving on to Elizabeth and Andre.
God, I love watching them so much.
They're fun. So they're playing tennis. They're in Tampa and Ellie's 3 and they bought a house. And Andre goes, welcome to my crib. It was so funny.
I love it.
So it's a white house. Everything's like white inside. I really like this house. And
me too.
It's like a modest, regular size home.
Yes.
The backyard has pocket doors where it's like it folds back and
indoor,
you could,
outdoor.
Love that.
Yeah.
So he had gotten his real estate license. Sorry. And Chuck comes over and Chuck's like, well, have you shown your sisters? They're going to be really jealous. Have you seen their sisters' houses?
Have you not seen your sister's like rock pool? Yeah. I mean,
they live in palaces.
Yeah. They're not going to be really jealous. And also like, that's your sisters. Shouldn't they just be happy?
Okay. But they have nicer houses.
No, I agree. But I just feel like, why is everyone constantly in competition in this family?
They're very strange.
Yeah.
So then they flash back to Chuck crying at his barbecue. That made me laugh so hard. He was like, what? This is my worst nightmare. This is your worst nightmare. You had the barbecue, Joe.
See, and I didn't know that he was a cancer survivor. That's pretty wild.
Sure. I mean, listen.
I'm just saying.
But it's like neither here nor there.
Sure.
This family loves sympathy.
This family, I don't know. They cannot get it together.
They can't.
They can't just be genuinely nice to each other. It's always backhanded.
Right. So now Andre says to Chuck, yeah, we're going to have a second child. And then we're going to have a studio for Elizabeth to sing in. And he's like, excuse me?
Okay. But here's the thing. He goes, we're going to have the studio for Elizabeth singing. And if that doesn't work out, we're going to have a second child. So the room is going to be a studio or a nursery, whatever happens
or a studio
first.
nurse, a nurse.
That kid better come out
nurse
singing.
studio.
It's like, what? I love him so much.
Oh my
He's
God,
mental.
imagine the singing doesn't work out and then they choose to have another baby and they put it in the studio, but
In
they've
the booth,
soundproofed the room and the baby's crying and
you
they
can't
just
hear
can't
it.
hear it.
Yeah, they're like, what a
Ideal.
quiet baby.
He's really good.
He sleeps through the night.
He's really good. He's actually been sleeping for days.
Um,
We just put pancakes under his door. I hope he could chew pancakes. He's only a few weeks old. Maybe he could gum them down.
Yum.
So Chuck goes, but what about your commitment to me? Oh, Chuck, gross.
Oh, but yeah, and of course she won't say, "Oh, I'm not going to work anymore," even though that's what she's alluding to.
Whatever. Who cares? Honestly,
No,
who
I
cares?
know.
So she goes to brunch with her mom and her sisters, and Becky apparently is trying to get pregnant with her new boyfriend.
No, she's married.
Oh, she's married now.
Mhm.
Okay. Because remember, she was divorced.
No. Jen's divorced. Becky's married to the guy who was
That's
the
right.
only one nice to Andre.
Yes. Okay. Sorry. It's been a while.
No,
it's really
there's
been
a
a
lot
while.
of them. They all, I
They
mean,
all
there's
look
a lot
alike.
in this family.
They all
Yeah.
look alike. So Libby joined a tennis club. I love that this is her flex.
We joined a tennis club. Okay.
And God punished her for trying to be flexy, and
Yeah.
he made it pour on her head.
Because that you heard the thunder there, right? Because
Yes.
I did hear all the thunder. Is that what you were hearing?
No, I don't think so. I think it was in my head. So, but she's also kind of like talking bad about Andre.
Okay. So again, you and I used to always say this. She plays both ends. And then she starts this like, oh, he won't control me. So you haven't seen your sisters in 6 months because they're assholes to Andre. Now you're talking about him again.
Yeah,
to her.
stop.
What are you doing?
Also, he's not controlling you. You know that. This is
You
a
know
terrible
he's not
storyline.
controlling you. Yeah.
So now they talk about Charlie's alcoholism.
Finally, they don't ignore it anymore.
Well, their mother's ignoring it. So they said that they
Yeah.
don't talk to Charlie anymore. And their mother said that they're too judgmental and she wants to get a mediator to come into the family to try to solve the problem. And they're like, hello.
Yeah. How
We
about
don't
get an
have
interventionist?
We don't
You know?
we don't have a problem. Charlie's an alcoholic.
He is an alcoholic. He's so bad. And you know what? As much as Andre is like a dick, he was so out of line, Charlie.
Yeah, of course
last
he
season.
was.
Yeah.
So her mother has a birthday coming up and she's like, well, I want you all here.
She's like,
Is that
I have
too
a
much to
big
ask?
birthday.
A big birthday. Yeah, you're going to be 100.
Yeah, that's why it's a big birthday. She's not as likable as Chuck.
No way.
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, moving on to Yara and Hovey, which is probably the
Hovey.
segment that I enjoyed the most.
Really? Okay.
I did. So remember Yara, she's 27. Hovey
Mhm.
Jovi Yovi is 31.
Mhm.
So Mila is playing and Yara is getting ready. They've been married for 2 years and the baby's 17 months old. Do
Right.
that math. Anyway.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So he's mad that she's wearing shoes in the house, which I thought was pretty funny since he had like the ultimate bachelor pad.
I
before.
know. I don't know.
And
I think we also saw a bad edit of him last time too.
I think
like
so,
the
too.
worst parts of him.
But I do think it's very funny because they were talking about how they met
Mm-hmm.
and how they talked for a while and how basically like he was talking to like Ukrainian girls that were like trying to take him for his money.
Right. Like I'll come if you buy me an iPhone.
Right. He's
I
like,
love
actually, do you
that.
know David?
Right. I love that.
So she said that she paid for her own trip, so she would never have to pay for another one again. That was so funny.
Yeah. She's like, I'm smart. I got my first
Right. But
trip.
also they were asking what she was attracted to about him. And she said that he had abs. And then they show a picture of him. And I'm like,
I don't know, but that's the thing. Like, I feel like she actually really liked him though.
no, she did. But the
Yeah.
abs comment was kind of weird. And she's like, now he has a beer belly. So he said that the first night he slept over, I guess in a hotel with her, he slept with his wallet, passport, and cell phone under
That's
his
so
pillow.
funny.
Oh,
I
God.
love that.
That
They're
made me
very
laugh.
amusing. Uh-huh.
No, but they actually love each other.
Well,
do
that's
Andre
what
and,
I like
so do
about
Andre
them.
and Libby.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Those are like the two couples that are gonna make it.
Yeah, but so then after 4 or 5 months, he proposed to her, but she said really they just went to go buy a ring.
I love that she calls the child. Oh, that's later on. Sorry.
Okay,
Jovina.
so yes. So she also got a lot of filler in her face.
Okay. I was thinking the same thing because she's very pretty and now she's looking puffy.
Yes, there's a lot of filler involved. And yes, Jovina was very, very funny.
Yeah.
Hovey Joviovi seems a little bit annoyed that she's going out. So she started crying because she felt guilty, I guess.
Right.
And then he said if they didn't have the baby, they'd probably be divorced. And it's like, no, if you didn't have the baby, you'd probably be happier.
Yeah.
You're fighting over the baby.
Yeah. But that's what it is, because you're mad that you have to be home alone with the baby. She's mad that when you're at work, she's home alone with the baby.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get rid of the baby.
Get rid of the baby.
You would solve so many problems.
No one wants the baby.
Nobody realizes this.
I know. It's like I keep telling these people firehouses are safe havens, and no
They
one wants to
are.
listen to me. Now we meet the most amazing friends you'll ever meet in your life. Okay. First of all, Adele is chef's kiss.
She's a gift.
She is a gift. And then we have Symphony spelled with a C.
With a C.
I loved it.
I
loved
love
it.
this.
These two women,
Mhm.
they quote unquote met through friends.
Sure.
These Central Casting was the friend.
Yes.
We met through a casting agent. This girl, Adele, is a
Mhm.
90s bad actress.
Yes.
She has the bangs. She
God, I
has
love it.
everything she does is like like she's trying to be like a Samantha.
They were both in Rock of Love.
I loved them.
Me too.
That was so accurate.
Oh,
Noelle.
it was
Rock
so
of
good,
Love.
right?
Rock of
Yes.
Fiance.
I love. I love
Rock
it.
of 90 Day. This is Rock of 90 Day.
Yes.
That's what this is.
So funny. That's exactly what it is. I'm watching this and I'm like, I saw you in like a Poison video last week. Yes.
They are so, I was like, oh, they're kind of 80s. And I'm like, no, this is 90s. This is early 90s. This is
I
beautiful.
love it.
So they were like, does he still go to the strip club? She's like, not really, because we live too far from it. He's addicted to strip clubs though.
I guess, but I just think that's what they use because that's what they have.
Right. So she said, Symphony and Adele said, the first time they met Yara at the casting call, Jovi was home with the baby and he called his mom to come pick the baby up.
Yeah, I guess I didn't really understand where they were going with this story.
Right. So
Yeah.
they also, Yara and Hovey share their location on their. I don't think that's a bad idea.
No, while they were saying this, I was Googling how to share your location with
You
someone
don't
with a
have an iPhone.
Samsung.
Oh, could you?
Yeah. But
Oh,
there's
okay.
there's a way to do it. I think you need an app, but there is a way to do it. Cause I'm like, that's not a bad idea. It's not about checking up on someone. What if I'm not found? What if I'm kidnapped? Who
Noelle,
knows? Yeah.
It's not a bad idea at all. I had a
Uh-uh.
friend that went on vacation recently, a little bit of a shady vacation. I was like, cool, share your location with me.
Okay.
What's it?
good.
I mean,
Where are you going?
Yara,
Yeah.
are you?
I
at your
like that he's
boyfriend's
like,
house?
you're in Saks too long. Like, that's funny.
She goes, you're in Target. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, I would not mind sharing my location at all.
No, not at all.
Where am I? Am I at my boyfriend's house?
That's what I mean.
You don't know
are
where he
you?
lives, so who cares?
You don't know anything. Right.
You don't know where he lives. I'll just say that there's a supermarket there. So Adele says that she's out of his league, and she said, any guy would say you and your baby can move in with me, and
Okay,
that
great.
Jovi's not crazy attractive.
I have to tell you, that would make me really angry.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. So now you're talking about how ugly my husband is?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's laughing.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do? They're from Central Casting. These girls are
Yeah.
not exactly.
Yeah.
So then they start talking weird about sex. And she said that her boobs are like pepperoni in a trash bag.
Okay. I just would like to say something. Where I used to live in Sheepshead Bay, there was a lot of Ukrainian women there.
Yes.
There was a lot of Russian women
Yes.
there. And I used to bartend and I befriended a lot of them. A lot of them
Yes.
were customers just because that was the area. Ukrainian women have
Mhm.
the funniest sense of humor.
Yes,
just
this is
in
true.
the world.
Yes,
When
I agree with you.
Oh my God. The analogies, like I was like laughing out loud and I'm like, this is wonderful.
Yeah.
This is great. I love it. Her
She's very
boobs are
funny.
exhausted. I love her.
So now Adele,
Mhm.
straight out of Central Casting,
Yeah.
gets a script from an old 90s movie.
Mm-hmm.
And she reads right from it. And she says, because she has fake boobs, she says, my number one regret is not going big enough.
Oh God, shut up.
But Hovey told Yara that her boobs don't look so nice.
I know. What a dick. Right? He sucks.
I'd be like, you know
too.
what? You're right. He's not so attractive.
Right. No, I I think that these women were obviously brought in to stir the pot.
Yeah,
This isn't
This-
real.
It was,
I am
that's
sure.
why she didn't get mad. I mean, it's a scripted scene.
Yeah. I don't think that. I think that they're the one couple without problems, probably.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
pretty funny though.
This was great.
This was really fun. Thank you guys so much for listening. And we need you to do us a favor.
Do us a favor.
Can you give us a 5-star rating and an amazing review on whatever platform you listen to us on? Comment down below if you're on YouTube and tell us what you love about this podcast. Also, make sure you join our group, 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk, on Facebook. You could talk about the show or the podcast or both. And we're really excited to interact with you in there. You could follow the show at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Noelle keeps you up to date on all of the greatest gossip. That was good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can find Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And you could find me at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. What else did I have?
Don't forget
say?
to tell us about the lemon salt water.
Okay, I need to know about the lemon
Yeah.
salt water, but also
Yeah.
you can go to TraceyCarnazzo.com for all of my upcoming stand-up comedy dates and everything podcast related, including our Patreon. Patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast. Also, we
Yeah.
have a good friend of the podcast who was also a guest on the podcast years ago, Tori Pitskin. Her and her boyfriend Kai listen to us all the time, and they love us, and we love them too.
Oh, we love them right back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.